Hey everybody, Superfluous Jay here with another Factorio for Beginners. And before I get into old business, I accidentally hit the space bar and I'm holding the shotgun. That's another reason I don't like the shotgun. All these reasons not to like the shotgun. If I'm holding the machine gun now, if I hold down space, nothing happens. You switch to the shotgun and you hold down space and you shoot. And if you happen to be aimed at something that you don't want to shoot, you shoot it anyway. So that gives me a chance to teach you about repair packs. Repair packs are packs that repair things. They take a little bit of iron and a little bit of copper to make. You should always have some of them on hand for problems like this when you accidentally shoot whatever it is you're doing. And all you have to do is while holding them, you click on the thing that you screwed up and it repairs it. And the packs slowly get used up. One pack lasts a decent amount of time. The more expensive the thing that you're fixing, the longer it takes to fix it, and the more of the pack it takes to fix that. Oh, trigger an alien attack by pollution. That's the one time you get a warning that bad guys are attacking. And I don't know where they're attacking from, because we don't have radar coverage yet, but I'm guessing there they are. They're attacking it from up there. So let's go up and meet them. Here they come. Oh, looks like the turret got to him first, but guess what? We need a repair pack to fix that turret. So the turret did its job. That's nice. It did its work. But that also tells us it's time to head out there and kill us some aliens. So we're going to head over here to this base, and it looks like it has 3 bases and at least 1 worm. Well, it looks like it has 1 worm. So this is actually, I think, a smaller base than the one we had before. So we're gonna use the trusty old machine gun to kill these guys, and then I'm gonna switch to the shotgun, and we're gonna see how the shotgun works. I was shooting the wrong way. Yeah, here's another thing about the shotgun is it goes the direction you aim it. The machine gun goes the direction the bad guy is. Oh. The machine gun auto hits is really what I should say. Like if I aim over here, he's not going to shoot at the bad guys. Actually, he did shoot at them. But here, he's not shooting at the bad guys until they get close enough to me. However, it's a lot more forgiving in what you hit. So that guy sucks. Okay, so let's try the shotgun again here. Also, the shotgun has to be reloaded. Yeah, I'm not a fan. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, here's the pistol. The pistol is basically a very slow machine gun, whereas the machine gun is a fast pistol. So obviously the machine gun is better than the pistol. And let me blow up this thing. I don't need to kill the worm to destroy this nest, and it will stop. It will stop 1/3 of the biters from spawning. Biters spawn really fast, so you have to take them out just as fast. So there's that. Can I get close enough to this nest without triggering the bad guy? Hey, we're producing 20,000 iron plates per hour. That's pretty nice. So once I destroy this nest, then we'll only have 1 nest worth of biters being spawned, and then we can take out that worm. See, and I'm kind of dodging left and right. He still got me, but only got me once. Also, notice my health bar down below is at about, what, 20%, give or take? That will eventually come back, but if you take any damage, it resets the timer for when it's going to come back. So it can take quite a long time for it to start healing. One trick is fish. The only useful thing for fish in the entire game is that they... you can eat fish, and if I can get back to my water before I've completely healed myself, which is pretty unlikely, I will. I'll get some fish, and I'll show you. I'll show you what you can do with them. But it looks like I'm going to be healed before then, so oh well. Maybe I'll pick some up, and then the next time we fight a biter base, I'll show you what happens with fish. But fish are in the water. There they are. You have to get the ones that are close enough to shore. Here's one. And boom, I just got 5 raw fish. And now I got 10 raw fish. That's probably more fish than I'll use the entire game. So I'll just put those. I'll put those in my inventory, and next time I need them, I've got them. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, wait, no, old business. We haven't actually done old business yet. I was mentioning miners versus smelters, the ratio of those things. And basically the math is, I was completely wrong on the math. I think I said they were about 1 to 1, and I guess in theory they are. I've got 30 here, which I think is the correct number. Yeah, it's the correct number. So I actually got the numbers right, even though I had the math wrong. It's 3.2 seconds per ore for a furnace and 2 seconds per ore for a miner. That means that you need 3.2 furnaces for every 2 miners, or 1.6 furnaces per miner. That's 0.625 miners per furnace, and if you have 24 furnaces on a side, you need 15 miners. So you need 15 miners per side of the belt. And if these plates were being used up fast enough that the belt was actually running full time, these miners would perfectly set up these smelters, these furnaces, in order to have a full belt. So that's actually the correct number. And do I have the correct number here? I've got 30 of these as well. So if I get this one going full time, then we've got that. So let's get this guy going full time, shall we? That's kind of the next job, is to get this guy. And instead of copy pasting that, I think I'm going to copy paste. I got to get rid of this. I realized at the end of last episode that was the worst place to put a radar, because there we go. There's our guide. Because I was going to be putting those furnaces down right after it, so it was kind of dumb to put a radar right where I want to put furnaces, but that's part of being me, is you do dumb things sometimes. And speaking of dumb things, let's grab a bunch of stone. I restarted the game, so that always resets your thing. I think I'm gonna have this amount here, and I'm gonna just run it up like this. That's good enough. And I've used up all the stone that I just picked up. What do I want? Oh, I want belts. And I think that's the only belts I want right now. Yeah, and I got plenty of arms. I keep calling them arms. They're inserters. Arms is a shorter word, and it means the same thing in my brain. So I will try to call them inserters, because that's what they're called. But got a little bit of feedback. I use the word he and she, I think, a lot, and they. So I'm going to try to call things by their names, including furnaces, which I also tend to call smelters a lot. There is no smelter in the game, so at least you're not going to get confused by that. But I should still try to use the same words. And I don't have any stone or furnaces. I can make 9 furnaces, but that's not enough. And this tells me I need to start mining more stone. So let's grab some more miners here. That's going to be more than enough. We obviously are using far more stone than we're mining, so we might as well mine some more. So let's just go all the way across here. 6 is fine. And we'll do the old trick here where we go underground belts. Oh, and I should probably also mention, somebody was talking about in the comments that this is more Factorio the way I play it, as opposed to Factorio the way anyone can play it. And there's really no way I can show you every single way to play Factorio. It's an open-ended game. It's a sandbox. You don't have to do your miners this way. I like to do my miners this way because I like them compact. I like using up the ore patches as quickly as possible. But there's no saying that you don't have to, or that you can't put your miners, separate them like this, so they're really far apart, and the ore patches last longer but give you less resources. You're going to get the same amount of resources in the end no matter what. Do it however you want. Also, this thing, I also didn't mention that while I was talking about the boilers up here, I mentioned that it's good to put what are these things called? Burner inserters up here, so that if we run out of power, they can still feed coal into here and get power back up and running without having to restore power to get power back up and running. That's also why I did this. I didn't mention that that's why I'm doing it this way. Lining these things up with burner inserters, feeding into the burner miners, and the belts running. This, if power goes out, this will keep running. So this is power agnostic. It doesn't care whether or not there's no power. Also, it doesn't care that I'm actually not filling the belt up as much. So obviously I want to run more of these. So I'm just going to put out as many of these as I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7 burner inserters, and I have 0. So I need more iron. I'm actually going to pick up these gears too, because that way I don't have to make them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I just made 8, but you know what? I don't care. And let's get this part going. There we go. And coal, oops. Hold down shift and right click to put half, and I can put it in these 3. And then we want burner inserters here, here, here. And then these guys will take care of themselves. And also this has the added benefit, it doesn't really matter, of now these coals coming off of these guys are going on the left side, whereas these coals will go on the right side. So we're actually kind of doubled our coal on the belt. Doesn't really matter that much. Coal doesn't get used as much as other things, but you know what? It's better than nothing. Okay, we need furnaces, so I'm just going to pick up this stone off the belt here by holding down F. We need, I actually don't know how many furnaces I need. I don't really want to make too many more than I need. We need 40 total, which is a nice number. So we need more than we can make. So let's go ahead and 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to grab more stone here. And 5, 10, 15, 20. Perfect. So now we have our 40 furnaces. And I've already placed the power poles, so I can just run and these will drop down perfectly in line. Oops, there. I accidentally placed it over one more than I wanted to, so it messed up the ghost, because ghosts are just suggestions. They're not actual, they're not rules. So you have to be careful of that when you're doing things via ghost, cutting and pasting, copying and pasting. You can overwrite them. And let's see. Oops. Also, you'll notice here in my hand it says I have 16. I'm hoping that'll change by the time Factorio 1.0 comes out, but that's actually not how many I have total. That's how many I have in my hand currently, and as soon as I use them up, I grab another stack of 50. It's counting the stack that is in my inventory that is also in my hand. If I hit E, you'll see that there's a stack here. Like it says I have 40 of these in my hand. That's this stack right here. If I drop this down and then pick up this stack of 33, now I have 33 in my hand. It doesn't mean anything. It's like I don't actually care how many I have in my hand because I'm always going to grab more. I would like this number to be this 123 so that I know how many I have total. You can still find that out by looking down here. That's another good reason to have your tool belt set up, or not your tool belt, your whatever this is called, your toolbar set up. Also, somebody mentioned a couple extra hotkeys to do. These numbers here, I'd never even thought to try it. This is 6, this is 7, this is 8, this would be 9 and 10. I never even occurred to me that they could be that way. Even though like every game in the world does it that way. I just didn't think of it. You can also hold down Shift and hit 2, which will switch the first one here to number 2. You can also hit X and it toggles between these two. And I prefer using X because I like to have like something down here that I'm doing with and then something up here. I haven't set up any more toolbars yet, but I will be in the future. I like to set up one toolbar per task. This is kind of my make a factory toolbar, and that's what I'm doing right now. So that's the one I have. When I start doing trains or a lot of stuff with oil and gasoline and pipes and things like that, I'll have a toolbar for that. Combat, I'm going to have a toolbar for, but that's all in the future. That's coming in I don't even know how long it's going to be, but it's going to be a while before I get to something like that. Okay, we now have even more stone than we can put. So let's get another one of these guys going to stuff the stone into here. Let's also pick up all this stone. And let's continue our... Sorry that's so loud. Actually, I think zooming out doesn't actually help. But let's continue our stone pathway down here, just so we have a nice running zone here. And we are going to start expanding down here, and that means that I probably need to take care of these other guys here. And hold on a second, I need to check my... I put my my recording software away in order to see my math for the other stuff. Here's an oil patch. We're going to be dealing with that eventually. But these bad guys down here are eventually going to be in our way. And this is a little bit bigger patch than the last patch, so I think I'm going to make some turrets. Let's make us some turrets, shall we? And we'll also make the rest of our bullets. You can hear them. I wish it wasn't dark. But we have turrets. Let's go ahead and set up our belt here. We've got turrets. I'm not going to be using the gun anymore, so let's put a lot of our bullets into this here, so that we have bullets in our toolbar here. Let's also set up repair packs, because we're going to need to repair our turrets as the bad guys attack them, and I think that's good enough for now. We also could put this radar here, and the bad guys will attack that. That might not be a bad idea. They like radars more than almost anything else. So I'm going to hit X to bring my my combat toolbar up here. I'm going to plop down a turret, and then drop half of my bullets in it. And I'm just doing this so I have a backup guy available to shoot along with me. And here come the bad guys. So let's see, now there's two of us shooting at the bad guys, and we can actually take them out without me taking any damage. Another thing I want on my toolbar is my fish, because if I do start taking damage, I want to be able to take the fish, and to do that you hold a fish in your hand, and you click yourself with that fish. Okay, this turret isn't being used anymore, so I'm just going to pull it up. And then I'm just going to put this turret right here, so he has eyes on that thing, and he's going to start shooting it. And I'm going to leave the other turret behind here, so that it... so that it defends this guy. And oh, he's actually out of bullets. Oh, and I'm getting shot by a bad guy. I got too close. Oh, both of these guys are out of bullets now. Actually, he has no bullets in him, basically. So let me take half of my bullets and put them in the bar here. There we go. And I'm going to repair this guy. And then I'm going to... see, I think this guy's going to draw the fire of those guys. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a quick run and gun here. I'm going to drop this guy so he shoots at that, and then I'm going to shoot at him. Then I'm going to pick this thing up so he doesn't destroy it. Then I'm going to fix it. Then I'm going to do the same thing. This is just Tactics 101 here. It's give them something to shoot at so that they don't shoot at you. There's that. I can now pick up one of these two turrets. And then he's going to slowly work on that. See if I can get close enough to this. Yes, I can get close enough to this without him shooting me, but this guy's out of bullets now. Let me just do that so he starts shooting again. It's nice I can actually shoot both of these things, and now my turrets are just protecting me as I shoot the bases. And I could drop one more turret here, like right here. And nope, that drew his ire. So I guess I'm in the perfect spot. So I'll just do it myself. Sometimes you got to do it yourself. I keep wanting to shoot those guys, but my turrets are totally protecting me, unless somebody comes at me from the other side. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to do the old trick where I drop a turret down. And then he's going to shoot that turret while I shoot him. And now I can just shoot this. And actually, I can drop my turret down. Might as well get bullets into him. Actually, I only have 16 bullets left. So I almost ran out of bullets here. But now we've taken the bad guys out. And then that's it for bad guys in the immediate area. We got some down here, but it looks like it's only 2, and we have some over here. Oops, I don't want to lay a new tag. That's a map thing. I'll probably do that eventually. But we got some bad guys over here that we're going to probably have to worry about soon. And by soon, I mean we're probably going to want to build more turrets around the base, just so that we don't have to go out each time and kill these guys. We can have a little bit of protection. And then devote some time. And I might even do that kind of thing off camera. Now that you've seen me fight biters, there's really no reason to continually watch me do it over and over and over again. But I think I'm gonna make some more turrets here. Let's go ahead and just pick up a whole bunch of iron off the belt here, and a whole bunch of copper off the belt, and then more iron. Actually, I probably could use these. Turrets actually, yeah, they don't use any, turrets don't use any circuits. They just use iron and gears. And that also reminds me, one other thing I want to make on the belt here is bullets. Because, as you saw, I made a lot of bullets. And we're already out again. So, obviously, bullets are a little harder to come by than you think. I also want to start a new research. We haven't, weapon shooting speed and stuff would have been nice. So would walls, although I don't think walls are that important at the moment. I'm going to research electronics, which doesn't actually give you anything. So I'm going to pick another research, and that other research is going to be fast inserters. Let's do that. So notice I put 2 inserters here. That's because this thing actually runs so fast that one inserter can't load iron into here fast enough to get it to go. And actually, I don't even know if 2 can. Let me do this and see. These guys are, yeah, they're running pretty much nonstop, and it's churning out the bullets. I think I am going to limit this just down to 4 stacks of 200, just to make sure we don't just go crazy with it. It is at the end of the stack, which is nice. And then these 3 guys, they can't keep up either. So it'd be nice if we had faster inserters to do that kind of thing. It would also be nice if we were using up the stuff we're making down here. So we're going to start actually planning our factory. One thing, we're going to be running a bus. A bus is like it is up here. It's the it's not like a school bus. It's like a computer bus, if you know the terms. It's a series of things that move stuff along them. That way you can pull things right off, like stuff just moves down the bus. On the computer it's bits and things like that. In here it's plates and gears and things like that. So we're gonna have a series of lines of things coming down, and I want to not cover this because these 2 are gonna be our I'm gonna be pulling oil out of the ground here. So I want to start my bus probably right about where I'm standing. Would be a good spot to start it. And there's no better way to do a bus than to overdo a bus. You can't really underdo a bus. And there's a bunch of different ways to do it. You could just set up a whole bunch of lines like this to run stuff down. You can split them up. I like to split them up this way, mostly because this is the way it's been done since the beginning of time. And also because if we're going to have stuff basically running down like it is up there where we have 2 lines, we're going to have 4, 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 we're going to have like 10 of these. I don't know how many exactly, but if you give them a little bit of a gap between, not only does it look a little bit better, but as you're running things down here, I'm just going to set this up so you can kind of see. Imagine this going like all 4 of these belts have iron on them. All 4 of these belts have copper on them. We've got coal, we've got steel, we've got whatever else you want to send down, stone bricks, gears, things like that are coming down all these lines, right? If I need iron over here, and this is my iron, what I want to do, oops, I was on my combat thing. I hit 3 to bring up these things, but I was on my combat toolbar, so then I hit X to toggle between the two, and then I can hit 3 and bring this up. I can split this off, and then that'll split iron off of this belt, and then I can run it this way, and then run an underground belt here. And underground belts, yellow underground belts, they only have a limit of 4. Once you go past 4, they won't work anymore. You can make them smaller, but you can't make them longer. So you could run all your belts like this, and then run your iron ore over here, and then use it for whatever. It's just nice. It looks nice. It works well. You don't have to do a lot of fiddling to get things to work. There's enough fiddling to get a bus like this to work that you'll see in the future. That I don't want to. I don't want to make it harder for myself. So we need enough room, though, between, let's see, we got the things, we got the electronics, but we need the fast inserter to go. We need enough room for mixing and matching of belts to get copper into the right spot, to get iron into the right spot, because we're going to have another set of furnaces that are making more iron and more copper over here. We'll probably eventually mix this up so that all the iron is together. I'll worry about that later. But for now, I just want to get the iron on one of these belts and the copper on another one. And I have a very specific way I want to do this kind of stuff. And I'm actually going to make 4 pipes here. What I want is, first of all, I want empty space. So that's going to be this. This is actually going to be empty space, which is a funny way to think of it, but these belts aren't going to exist. There's going to be empty space here, and what this empty space is for is future growth. One thing about Factorio, much like with the power, you always double it. Well, if you think you need a certain amount of room, double it. You think you need 5 things of belts, make room for 10. If you think you need something that's 15 tiles wide, give yourself 30 tiles wide. Literally, you want to do that. If you're not 100% sure. If you're 100% sure, double it. If you're not 100% sure, probably triple it because you're always wrong on the wrong end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here just for future growth. Also, it's nice to have a big empty spot to run down. This next line isn't going to even be belts. It's going to be pipes. And I'm laying these pipes here just to show it, but they're not actually going to be connected. I'm going to use underground pipes. Which I don't have any of at all. I can make 1, I guess. I can make 1 set of underground pipes, which makes 2, by the way. Every time you make an underground anything, it makes 2, which is convenient. So I can do this and then this to kind of show that these are coming down, and then there's going to be the 2 in between. I wish I could make 2 more, but I can't. I don't have enough iron. And this is going to be you need 4 different liquids, which is another reason why 4 wide is pretty good. You need water. And then things you haven't seen yet, you need lubricant, petroleum, and sulfuric acid. You don't need those. You could actually make sulfuric acid with water and petroleum, but it's nice to have. Anyway, then the next thing I want, this is where my iron's going to go. And I'm actually going to run the iron here right now from over here. Also, this is probably not enough room. This is probably, I would probably double this as well. So I really want my bus to start here. And I'm just going to place that belt there as a reminder to myself, as that's where I actually want the bus to start. But it's okay to run these like this because, you got to get these things to the bus eventually anyway. So the next one after the iron, and you know what, I should probably bring this down like this. The next one after the iron this is going to be my copper. This tree's in my way. And I'm going to do this right now. So these get on all 4 belts, but eventually we're going to have 4 lines coming down and 4 lines of copper coming down here. Okay, this next set of 4 is the research being done. And we're almost at 30 minutes, so I should probably stop. You know what? This is a good place to stop. This is the beginnings of the bus is probably the best spot to actually stop doing this. But first of all, I'm going to show you the fast inserters that we just researched. I'm gonna buy 3 of them. Did we actually? Oh, we filled up this box. That's hilarious. Let's go ahead and take all these. I'll show you how the fast inserters, how much faster they are than the regular inserters. They'll allow me to pull these off the belt really fast. I'm going to make a couple more just to replace these guys with a single fast inserter. And I think he's fast enough to keep this guy going. Yeah, he's fast enough by himself to keep this going, which is really nice. We got a ton more brick, so let's go ahead and just run this over like this. I probably didn't want to go that far, but oh well. These guys could use fast inserters, but they're actually full up right now, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But that's fast inserters. That's how nice they are. They are definitely an upgrade over regular inserters. I am going to want to, yeah, as you run over belts, they you move down. I don't want the brick to go this far down yet, so you can. I'm holding down the right click just like you normally remove anything else, and it will remove everything under the your planner thing. So if I right click like this, it makes a nice little division. I think I'll leave that there like that for now. But anyway, so next time we're going to be talking about the bus. It's a big topic. It's going to be a big bus, so that's just the way it works. I hope you enjoyed watching this, though. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I hope you learned something. I hope you comment. I am Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later.